started, you haven't really gotten to know me. So it's not Vogue's 70 questions, but it's a couple of questions with maths. Let's get started. First question that my students wanted answered was, what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? I open all the windows. I open the sliding doors. I need fresh air. And what is your go-to breakfast? I'm not sure if it qualifies as breakfast, but it's coffee. Macchiato or a cappuccino. I need coffee to wake up. How do I unwind after a long day? This is an interesting one. I binge watch Netflix series and I'm addicted to crime series. All those murder mysteries, who killed someone, missing people, crime bosses. I am addicted to those kinds of series. Call me weird. What song do I currently have on repeat? This is an interesting one, and I think you're not going to expect this. It's that Meghan Trainor Versace song. I'm not sure if you guys know it, but it's just so upbeat and it's fun and it picks me up. What is my favorite travel destination? Well, I've been really fortunate. I've traveled or lived in 25 different countries. I've been to Italy so many times. I worked and taught in China for a year and a half. I've been to Russia, St. Petersburg, twice during COVID. I know, weird. But I'd have to say that my favorite travel destination is and always will be Italy. I love everything about it. The food, the art, the architecture, the people, the fashion. It's just, it's my place. This one's interesting. What's one place that I haven't been to that I would still like to visit? This is a tough one. Probably Moscow in Russia, or Egypt to see the pyramids. That's also on my bucket list. And Japan. I've been hearing so much about Japan recently that I'm tempted to go to Japan. What's my favorite cuisine? And what dish do I love the most? Well, I really do love Italian food. I think most people do, and they love pizza and pasta. But there's a very interesting dish that you get at the Refugios or the mountain kind of restaurants, and it's called pizzoccheri. And it's a very wheaty kind of pasta with garlic, butter, more butter, cheese, more butter. So you can understand why I love it. What's my guilty pleasure? I'm embarrassed to admit that it's cheap chocolate. That white chocolate that's just full of sugar and no nutrition, and it's really bad for me because I am borderline diabetic. So it's absolutely the worst thing for me, but it is my guilty pleasure. I love it. What's the best part of my job? Oh, this is an easy one. Because I teach online, I get to interact with people from all around the world. It's my mini United Nations, and I love it. So on any given day, I could start out with a mining boss in Argentina and then move on to an Italian mayor, a teacher in Japan, or a bus driver in Florence, or I don't know, someone in Somalia. And so I just get to interact with people from all around the world, and it's different perspectives. Honestly, it's fascinating. It's wonderful. I would not change my job for anything in the world. What's my favorite quote or motto, the best is yet to come. Just keep believing that better days are coming. And another one, if I may add a second one, is that this too shall pass. So this is really important, because whether you're going through a great time in your life or a bad time, it will pass. So if it's good times, enjoy it fully. Immerse yourself. Wring every drop of happiness that you can out of the moment, because it will pass. And if you're going through bad times, have hope. It will pass. Okay, now we're moving on to fashion and style questions. This is going to be tough. Okay, how would you describe your personal style? Comfort. Comfort. And I do like good quality fabrics. I also like natural fabrics. So whether it's cotton, organic cotton, or I'll admit cashmere, I'm a sucker for both. Who is my favorite fashion designer? Versace. Versace. There's just something so big and bold and brilliant and unapologetic about his designs. So even though he's passed away, his legacy lives on. So Versace. I'm a Versace girl. And then we come to what's the most treasured item in my wardrobe. Well, I wouldn't say most treasured, but something that I really like. And it is a Versace backpack in leather, and it's ancient. I think it's more than 20 years old, because Versace doesn't do leather anymore. They're completely vegan. So I've got one of the few Versace leather backpacks, and it's more than 20 years old, and it is my lucky bag. I'm quite superstitious. I have lucky bags, lucky jewelry, lucky purses, lucky perfumes. Yeah, I'm superstitious. What is the one thing that people would be surprised to learn about you? That I'm a bit of an introvert. That sounds crazy, right? With me here on YouTube saying that I'm a bit of an introvert. I like people, some people, and I do enjoy socializing, but not very often. So I'm the introvert on YouTube. What a paradox. If I could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be? Michelangelo. I love art. I love his art. And it wasn't something that, I consciously went seeking. Obviously, I knew about Michelangelo, one of the greatest artists of all time, and I knew some of his more famous works. But I remember being in the Vatican in Rome and walking up to this sculpture, and I don't know, something just overcame me. I looked at it and I felt really emotional. I was in tears, and I didn't understand why I was so affected by it. It was La Pieta. I didn't know it at the time. I was an absolute novice with zero knowledge about art. This was about 10 or 12 years ago. And when I Googled, I saw it was La Pieta, created by Michelangelo. And it's the statue of the Mother Mary holding the body of Jesus after the crucifixion. So, of course, it's a tragic, emotional moment in time and in history. And there's something just so beautiful about the sculpture. You can feel the pain, a mother's pain. And it also blew my mind that Michelangelo created the sculpture when he was only 27. At 27, I was still trying to figure out how to tie my shoelaces. So, Michelangelo, I'd like him to teach me how to paint. What's my favorite way to spend time with family and friends? food. It always involves food, good food. So it depends on where I am. If it's South Africa, then it's Nando's. I'm really simple. I just love good food, taste above, glamour. I'm just very simple in that way. I just like good food. So Nando's when I'm in South Africa. And when I'm in Italy, I don't know, pasta, pizza, gelato, pasticcini. And I did go to this fabulous restaurant in Milan recently, the Sophia Loren restaurant, and it was an amazing experience. I'll do a little video about it. It really was amazing. And that's a woman who has aged well, hasn't she? Gosh, Italian women are like fine wine. They just get better with age. Okay, and the last question that I'm going to answer is, if I could have any superpower, what would it be? Teleporting. I love traveling. I love visiting new countries. I hate check-in counters. I hate it when my luggage is overweight. I hate passport control. Gosh, I hope passport control is not watching this. I hate security checks, and I hate customs and immigration. I hate all of it. I hate having to get to the airport 2 or 3 hours before a flight. I love duty free. But I hate the rest of it. So if I could have any superpower, it would be teleporting. So now you know me better. If you think we're going to have fun together as I build this channel, please like and subscribe. But more than that, comment, engage with me, because otherwise it feels like I'm talking into a void. I don't know if there's anyone out there. Thank you for watching. I'm Nas, native English speaker, CELTA certified, passionate about teaching English, passionate about travel and food and this channel. Ciao.